Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we are doing a part 2 of me, Piercer Lady, debunking piercing myths. Oh, this is a good one. If the piercing feels healed, it is healed. If the piercing feels healed, you can change the jewelry. If the piercing feels healed, you can touch it. If the piercing feels healed, you can take it out and leave it out for a certain amount of time. No, not true. People always say this. It's like, oh, it feels healed, so it must be. It's like, no, it's not. Has it been the required amount of time? Obviously, all piercings take a different amount of time. Say just like a cartilage piercing, like you'll be saying 2 months, and they'll be like, oh, it's fine, it's a month. Like, this is unheard of for a cartilage piercing, though. No one's feels healed in a month. I don't know why I picked that one. Let's go like a septum piercing. Super common for this. People do it so often with septum piercings. They're automatically just like, oh, it feels fine, so it must be healed. I can change it. I can stop cleaning it. I can touch it all I want. I can flip it up and down constantly. Any piercing you do this with, this is when you cause the problems. Say you change the jewelry, you can then cause irritation, which can then lead to infection. Say you stop cleaning it, this can lead to infection. Like, there's so many parts of it that, like, it might seem like it's there. It feels, doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt doesn't mean not healed. Let it heal for the recommended amount of time. And even then, some piercings need longer. Some piercings aren't even healed in the recommended time. So it's crazy to think that people like, mine heals quicker than everyone else. I'm a super quick healer. I don't even need to do the recommended time. You're wrong, all right? Ooh, this is a big one. Day piercings will cure migraines. I mean, I would love for this to be true, but it just ain't. But sometimes it is. So like, it's a yes and no on this one, I suppose. It's like, it can work wonders for some people, and then other people, it's just not going to work. Piercers are not acupuncturists, if they're even called acupuncturists. We don't perform acupuncture. We don't know where the pressure points are. So we can't guarantee that this will cure a migraine. We can't guarantee that we even know we're putting it in the exact position. We don't know if like it's slightly to the right, slightly to the left. Like, I don't know. There might be a different area on every single person. Like, we just don't know. Oh, we don't know. We don't know exactly where it is. So how can we possibly pierce you in the exact right position if we don't know enough about acupuncture, aka haven't studied acupuncture at all? Don't know. We're just going straight through it. Not only can it not work, but it can ruin the spot. So like, sometimes the piercing can work in like alleviating the migraines for a little bit, and then after a while they'll come back, and this has something to do with it like damaging the actual acupuncture pressure point. So like, that's not good either. I really suggest you talk to someone who does acupuncture and is highly skilled in it, and find out what actually to do. If they recommend going to get it, sure. It doesn't cure all for everyone, which sucks, because I would also love for it to work too, because I'm big migraine baby. That is I. You are supposed to twist your jewelry when healing. Honestly, I don't even know if anyone still believes this anymore, but somehow I still see it. I don't know. And people will still be like, oh, I twist these, right? And you go, big nope. It's from like way back, like piercing gun days, even though for some reason piercing gun days are still here. Big nope as well. But for some reason it's from the piercing gun days to like now that people are like, yes, we should still twist them because it is required for healing. Otherwise they get stuck. And we can't have the piercing stuck. Oh no, that would be very bad. But it would be much better to twist it and rip it open every time we move it, so that the piercing can never actually heal, because it's always being played with and it's always being moved, and it irritates the shit out of my piercing, causing scar tissue, irritation, infection, everything. Why, that sounds wonderful. I remember being told when I got my ears pierced with guns when I was a baby. Actually, I wasn't a baby, but I was like a kid, to do that. And I definitely did that. And yeah, the lobes were healing for like a damn year. No wonder. No bloody wonder. If you have an infected piercing, take the jewelry out. No, 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 no. I always suggest you go to the doctor first because no one except for a medical professional should be assessing an infection. Yes, your piercer might be able to say, yes, that's an infection, but you should also go and check with your doctor because the piercer also could be wrong. I mean, it's unlikely. The piercer can see the signs of infection. However, the doctor is medically trained to do that. We are not. So get the doctor to check and the doctor will give you antibiotics and then from there, allow the antibiotics to do its shit to clear the infection. And then once it is completely cleared, that's when you can take the jewelry out. Because if you take the jewelry out with the infection, it can get stuck in that spot and not ever heal. Ever. I mean, I doubt it's ever, but like you can make yourself very sick. Don't do that. No matter how much you clean that shit, you can't just rid of it yourself. Go to the docky. Say, I heard this. I need to get this cleared up. Thank you very much. You can't get your septum pierced if you have a deviated septum. Hello. Yes, it is I, a lady with a deviated septum. Yes. I was going to say, I got mine. You can get your septum pierced. You just want to make sure you're going to someone who knows what they're doing in the first place. You want to go to a skilled piercer because things can be like slightly angled, slightly a bit differently because of the deviation. So it's best to go to someone who potentially has had experience with deviated septums and also has a lot of experience with piercing septums in general as well. You want someone who's good at piercing septums to begin with, because some people, they could be great at other piercings and septums can be their downfall. That is also a piercing you would want to go in for a consultation before. So it is best to get the consult to see if it's going to sit properly, if it can be done in the right way. They can be done. It's just best to get it all assessed prior. But you should really be doing that for all piercings anyway. Oh, this is one that you also hear so often. Piercing jewelry will set off the alarms at the airport. In the little like metal detector thing you walk through, people always say that if you walk through that and you got your nipples pierced, they're gonna pull you up and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you either get asked by some creepy dude, like, oh, do you get pulled up by the metal detector at the airport? No, you don't. And also if someone's telling you the story that they did, also, no, they didn't. They would have been pulled up for something else. Mr. Worldwide right here. I've walked through many of those airport security things. I don't know what they're called, like the actual structure. What is it called? Never once has it gone off for that. You know what it's always gone off for? Like big chunky buckles or something that I have like that. Like I went through the other day, I had these pants on and they have like this big chunky like buckles on either side, and I walked through and I got stopped and then I got like searched or whatever, and the lady showed me the screen that showed where the metal showed up on my body. Did it show up anywhere else? No, because titanium won't, because think about all the people who have metal inside their bodies. That's titanium. It doesn't flag on one of these things. Yeah, the lady showed me exactly where the spots were, and they showed those parts above my knees. She's like, oh, and what's on your and then looked down and was like, oh, I've never seen those before. And I was like, she's a unique lady. I'm sorry. She's so unique. The metal detector lady's never seen anything like it. And she's like, okay, I'll just do your pat down. So she did it and she like touched them. She's like, okay, yep, those are certainly some buckles. And then I've also worn like my big chunky goth boots through before, and I probably shouldn't have. No, but like also of how I'm already telling you. No. Also, I don't know if everywhere in Australia we have to take our shoes off though. Like when we walk through security at the airport. So I walked through and they're like, oh, this area is flagging, and it was my feet, and it's because they were like chunky as all hell. So those are just some examples of things that like flag. Maybe, potentially. I still don't think it would if you were wearing some huge jewelry, but like I just don't think so. Titanium, gold, surgical steel, even fashion jewelry, none of it is going to flag up on those things. Like, is everyone's rings when they walk through, are they all flagging as well? Like, it's not. I don't know. There's some reason it flags. Like, from the things that I had, they were like chunky. And maybe that's why they ask you to take your belt off, is because it's like so chunky, it's going to flag and they're gonna have to check every single person. I don't know, I'm just assuming, but your nip nips will not beep beep when you walk through airport security. Piercing guns are just fun and dandy. Absolutely not. They cause blunt force trauma. They are basically just smashing, like I've got a hammer here, smashing the jewelry straight through your ear, and it's very unlikely they will heal. We aren't piercing gun girlies here, okay? We don't do that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like and subscribe if you're new here. Let me know which one you believed or which one you knew wasn't real, and I will be back with another piercing video very soon. Bye.